Hi everyone, our journal page today, and I finally get to do the gnome that I've promised. I've posted it on my website in the freebies section. There are 3 sizes of the same gnome, so you can print it and use it. This is the original that I've scanned and then uploaded. So he's going to star in our our journal page today. And I'm starting the page with a paper napkin that I've bought recently. So I'm not going to put it all over the page. I just want some of it. And let's see. I think my gnome is going here. And let's see. Let's take a brush, a fine brush with water. And I'm thinking of getting rid of this section. Not enough water. Yeah, okay. And I'm just going to roughly cut the paper napkin here. It's a little bit more than the page, but that's okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrunch it. It will give me more texture. I really like the texture that I get from paper napkins. Sometimes I will even use just the white ply to get a texture on a page. I'm going to glue this with my paper napkin glue, which is just 2/3 a white glue and 1/3 a water. I'm using flat soft brush. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to put a generous amount of glue. Yeah, a little bit more. I can already see how the page is sucking up the glue. I'm going a little bit out of the edges. It's just easier than trying to make it perfect. So if it's going outside the edge, I can trim it later and not care about it. So I'm not trying to flatten it. I want the texture. So, and again, it's up to you how much texture you want. And now I'm going on top again, generous amount of glue, using the flat of the brush from the inside towards the outside. So you need to feel it's gliding and not dragging the paper napkin. It will take a long time to dry, but what can you do? It's just worth it. I love working with paper napkins. Now, you don't have to have a paper napkin like me. I just picked this because I really like the colors and I like the mushrooms. Any paper napkin with leaves, flowers, mushrooms, basically anything can work. And even if you don't have that, you can take the white ply off a paper napkin and stamp it. You can even stencil on paper napkin as long as you use acrylic, a very small amount of acrylic paint on a makeup sponge. I've shown it before in other videos. It can be done. Okay, so this needs to completely dry before I'm doing anything, so I'll be back. Okay, so this is dry enough for me to continue. I'm going to take some gesso and I'm going to start working on this section. What I'm trying to do is kind of blend this section and also do it gradually. We'll see how it works. And I'm taking gesso. It can be done with white acrylic paint. I just like the gesso finish more. It's more chalky, dries faster. That's it. You can use white acrylic paint. And so this is just a large soft brush, makeup brush, and I'm putting down some gesso here. Now I'm going on top of this part. Although it's white, I'm going on top of it because I want to have the same consistency. And now I'm working with the gesso as is, and I'm going to now what I'm planning is to add some water. Probably need more. I want to do it very gently. Like so. Maybe even now I'm going to use my finger with more of the white water, not the white, more water, so it won't be harsh in between the two sections. And I'm going very lightly, so if need be, I will just add more. Like, I still can see here a line, so I'm adding a little bit more of the white, and towards here I'm going with more water than the gesso. That's it. So I'm trying to do some gradual blending here. I don't know if I'm succeeding, but I'm trying until I'll be satisfied with what's going on. Let's see. I've got lots and lots of gesso on my brush, so I've added water. I'm also trying to just push back a little bit on what's going on here. This is okay with me. This is like the front, and I needed to fade somewhat. And yeah, something like that. And I think I'll take a wet wipe and also blot some of what I've got here. Yeah, let's see. Now I'm happy. I just want to add a little bit more white here where the two come together, the paper napkin and the rest of the page. Yes, okay. So again, I need for this to dry completely before I'm doing anything, so I'll be back. Okay, so this is dry. Now I want to add a paint here. I'm going to use watercolor. I've used one of these. I don't remember which one. These are metallic ones, but I used it here on my gnome. So I want a hint of this. So yeah, I'm not sure which one I've used, but that's okay. I'll just start with one of them. So here I'm adding from this color. I think I'll spray a little bit of water, help it spread. And again, I'm trying to make it fade here. I don't want it to come all the way. I want it more and more translucent towards the bottom. I'm not going on all over. And I'm trying to be quick because I don't know if it will work here because I've got the gesso underneath. But what I'm planning to do, I want to sprinkle some salt on top. I like the effect it does with watercolors. I hope it will work on the gesso. Haven't tried it. So I'm always doing that effect on watercolor paper because it's watercolors. So yeah, let's go a little bit darker here. Trying to work with a lot of water so it won't dry on me before I'm sprinkling the salt, and also so I can blend in between the colors. The gesso makes the watercolor a puddle in certain areas, so but that's okay. Okay, so I'm using a what you call it, coarse salt, not the fine grain, and I hope it will work. Not sure because of the gesso. If not, not. Okay, again, needs to dry completely, so I'll be back. Okay, I'm hoping that it's dry, and while I was waiting for everything to dry, I added a little bit more of the acrylic metallic paint, the really a lighter one here in between. I really like the shimmer. I don't know how much of it you can see, maybe when I'm tilting the page. So there is shimmer. Now I hope this is dry. I'm using a soft brush to get rid of all the grains. I also have here some, and even if it's not completely dry, that's okay. I'm doing it gently. It's a little bit stuck to the page. There is some, to some extent, it's done the effect that I wanted, but now, again, while I was waiting for it to dry, I remembered that last year I've bought some Christmas decals, stickers, so I'm thinking of using them. So some of this is going to get covered, so it really isn't that important. Okay, more salt. Okay. Oh boy. Let's see. Don't know if you can see it. I hope you can. That's what it's done to the watercolors. It's even more beautiful if you're doing it on a watercolor paper and not on gesso like it's here. I'm just going to sweep some of the salt here. Okay, so stickers. Here, this is what I've bought, and I'm thinking of using some of the smaller, what's it called? Blank. I'm drawing a blank. You know what I mean. I'm going to use this. Now, I see there is, let's see. I'm wondering if it's a white or transparent. Oh boy, this is not a sticker. This is the ones that cling to windows. Let's see, maybe I can still use it with some glue. We'll see. So let's take these ones, the smaller ones. Snowflakes. Remembered. Took me time, but I remembered. And maybe, let's see, let's bring in the gnome. The gnome here. So one here, here. Let's take this one. Maybe one picking from behind, like so, and maybe another one picking here, and let's see, just one more here. I think it's gonna work. Okay, now I'm thinking I've got my silicone glue. It will probably work on this. So let's hope. I thought it was stickers. Let's hope this plasticky thing doesn't have a reaction with the silicone glue, and it will just will be an adhesive and not react in some way that I don't know. Seems all right for the time being, so I'm continuing and hoping for the best. Worst case scenario, I've got a snowflake stamps that I could probably stamp around, but I kind of wanted this glittery Christmas vibe, and I didn't even glue my gnome yet. One more. I love this Christmassy theme. Although I'm not celebrating Christmas, I'll be celebrating Hanukkah. But nonetheless, I like it. Let's see. Here. Yeah. I feel like I'm missing here. Maybe. Yeah. As long as I can still move them, that's great. Okay, I think I'm in business and I can finally go and glue my gnome. Now, if you're making one and something like that, or using the gnome, I would love to see it in the Facebook group if you want to. You don't have to. The link to the Facebook group is down in the description box. And yeah. Okay, so now I just want to do some shadow here at the bottom, and I'm thinking what to use. I think I'll use a watercolor pencil. I'll try to use regular ones, and if it doesn't work, I've got my ink pencils. So yeah, let's start with this one. Just going to turn it a little bit. Okay, let's see, little bit of water. Almost done, and it seems that it works. Maybe the darker one. Yes, I'm working on wet. Yeah, I think this is it. That's, yeah. I'm kind of tempted to go and do something down here, but I think I'll leave it be. Maybe I'll just darken a little bit. And you know what, now that I'm thinking of it, I want to darken the edges. So let's see. I just decided on it. What can I say? Where did I put my painter's tape? I don't know, never mind. I'll use masking tape. Just like if I can, to keep things clean. So that's it. Not always, sometimes I really don't care, and sometimes I like things to be more put together. I don't know. Okay, so I've got this distress ink, cheap sapphire, and I'm thinking if I want to use, I'll try first with a makeup sponge. Yeah, it works nicely. I've got makeup brushes. Usually that's what I'm using with the inks, but I figured with the makeup sponge I will get a more intense coverage instead of the brush. With the brush it's softer and it takes more time to get the results that you want, so yeah, so that's why I'm going with the makeup sponge. Yeah, it really needed this. Now I can see that it really needed some framing. I still got more salt in several places. That's okay. I'm worried that it didn't stick. It still seems not stuck to the page. If not, I will try another glue like the E6000, and if not, it will just be done with like this, and that's that. I think I'll go a little bit more here towards the inside. I really like this. It looks more dramatic. I don't know. Yes, definitely. Okay. Finished. Loving it. I hope you too. And I hope you have fun creating whatever you want with the gnome. You can do the same as I. You can do your own thing and you can have fun with it. As I said, it's in the freebies section on my website, and there are 3 sizes, so I hope at least one of them will work for you. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments down below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.